Hi, I'm Rashid Ogunloro, coach, speaker and author of Soul Trader, Putting the Heart Back into Your Business. If you haven't seen any of these series so far, you've missed the first 5 in the series. We've been talking about clarity. We've been then talking about your customers. Then we've been talking about the courage to go on the journey. Then we've been talking about cooperation because you need to cooperate with others. And then we've been talking about having the right kind of conversation. Everything's a conversation. So next up, we're actually talking about creativity. And you know what? Business is the result of creativity. 1 minute there's something, 1 minute there isn't something, and the next minute something is. You know, 1 minute somebody has an idea for a light bulb, a wheel, connecting all the computers together via the internet, or whatever it might well be. So 1 minute something's not there, and the next minute something is there. So I think one of the things that I find a lot of time when I'm coaching people is lots of people are creative, or lots of people have got ideas, or lots of people who are people often feel that business isn't for them. Lots of artists, lots of therapists, lots of healers, lots of creatives. But guess what? Business is exactly for you, because business is actually born of creativity. So that might be the very first hurdle to get over, to realize that business is creativity. The way that you actually grow your business over time, that's going to be creative too, because it's going to unfold, it's going to be changing all the time. The landscape's going to be changing all the time. So again, that may well play into your hands. So there's a few different things I want you to think about when it comes to creativity. What times of the day are you most creative? And when I say the word creative, you might even want to change that word into productive. How is it that you're most effective? What environments are you best creative in? If you're the kind of person who you're at your best outside, then maybe you're going to be more effective if you spend more time outside. There's some people in the book where I talk about, and they identified that actually they were really ineffective if they'd cooped up for a long time and actually run their business outdoors a lot of the time. So what times of the day are you at your best? What kind of environment is it that you're at your best? What kind of, if you've got staff, for example, what times of the day are they at their best? What things do they do at their best? If you can tap into this, you might well be able to develop your business model in a way that actually serves them, serves you, and serves your customers. So let's imagine that 5 of your staff are best in the morning and 5 of your staff are best in the afternoon. Well, guess what? The chances of you being able to perhaps open longer hours and so on, they will increase and boost your business. So really think about that. But there's another thing here about creativity that's really, really important. And really your business is going to depend on the right blend between framework and flexibility. So if you're very, very, very creative, you need to know the times where it is that you need to put in a structure. And again, if you're somebody who's very, very structured, you really need to think about the times where you need to have more time for fun and creativity. So again, I want you to think a little bit about putting your business aside, what you like at your best, what really helps you to feel energized. So if you're energized, like some of the people in the book, when they've done some yoga, or they've gone for a run or whatever, make sure you put in that you time first. Because business isn't just all about business, it's about you. We're going to come back to this theme in a future issue. So think a little bit about when are you at your best, what times are you at your best, what makes you feel most creative. And there's a couple of exercises in the book that you might want to do about just throwing all sorts of good, crazy and mad business ideas and then exploring which of those are viable and so on, and exploring actually what work would be involved in terms of getting these ideas off the ground. One last point here about creativity before we close. If you're somebody who is bound to have quite a lot of ideas and then you find that lots of the practical stuff in the business takes a back seat, ask yourself, whilst you're trying to get this idea off the ground, where is the money, where is the finance coming from to fund that idea whilst you're coming up with that and developing that idea? That can be a really good way to keep your creativity in balance. So that's creativity. See you soon.